You dodged a major bullet. Oh, yes, you did. This ex-lover, ex-crush, ex-whatever of yours was not worth your time. You thought it was a problem with you for so long when it came to this individual. You thought you were the problem. You thought you wasn't good enough for them. You thought you were the one that needed to work on you. But truth and reality is they wasn't good enough for you. But they try to make it seem like by gaslighting you that you weren't good enough for them. That you weren't worthy of their time. Oh, this ex-lover of yours was very manipulative. They had very manipulative tactics. Truth is they wanted to do what they wanted to do with a whole bunch of other people. If this was a guy, a whole bunch of different women, he thought it was okay to mess around with the hoes. He wanted the hoes. He didn't want a wholesome woman like you. He wanted hoes. So because he wanted hoes, the universe gave this ex-lover just what he wanted. Now he's miserable and in deep regret about it. You turned out to be the diamond in the rough. You turned out to be the royal one. You realize now that that person wasn't for you. That ex-woman, whoever this woman is, she didn't think you was good enough for her. So she left you. But sometimes that be a blessing in disguise when people like this don't see your value. When these exes can't see your worth. This ex-person, they thought they were so much better than you. They thought you was just the low life. They thought you was nobody. They put everybody else on a pedestal and treated you like scum. This is what they did for you. But God hid your value because God knew that that person wasn't good enough for you. That person wasn't going to be fit for your future. So it still worked out for your good. You really dodged a bullet. They were on top at a point in time. Now they're doing time in prison. You dodged a bullet. They were popular at a point in time. Now they're suffering from mental illness. You dodged a bullet. Yes, see, you thought you was letting the outside appearance of them deceive you so much that you thought they were the one because of how they looked to you on the outside. But that person was a devil in disguise. Little did you know. Now they attracted another crazy person just like them. And that's who they're attached to spiritually. They're like one. That person got a crazy person just like them. They got somebody that matched your energy, just as crazy and toxic as them. You didn't need that. They need to be with the person they chose over you. That ex needed that person because that person was a mirror of them. Bad, horrible, toxic, mean, cruel, spiteful. That's what they were. Your ex attracted just what they were. You were total opposite from that. But they try to make it seem like you were the bad one. You were the one that needed some work. You were the one that needed some help. You were the one that was getting on their nerves because you stared at them too much. They didn't know how to treat your value because you stared too much. Whatever the reason was, it was a petty reason. It worked out in your favor because you realize now you didn't need that individual to begin with. You grew up, you matured. And looking back at this ex, you realizing, oh, I could have did so much better than that. Yes, you could have. You could have did way better than that. That person wasn't for you. Because if they were, how come they didn't work on themselves like you did? How come they still in the same miserable place that they thought they was going to leave you in? But you grew up and flourished. You graduated to another level. You got close to God. You're very spiritual when it comes to the Holy Spirit filled things of the spirit realm. You try to be a good person. You put out good energy and good vibes into the world. They are still back doing what they've been doing. Smoking, drinking, partying, being stupid, in and out of jail, in and out the system, in and out of court, stalking people, robbing people. Some of them even got abortions under their belt. I don't know who this ex for. They got abortions. They think it's okay to abort babies. And that's not okay. That's not okay to do things like that. It's not okay at all. But that's what this ex was into. Overly mental, schizophrenic, just trashy. Like to get drunk, like to smoke their life away, like getting beat on by their lover that they chose over you. They get beat on by that person. That person beats them. And you thought that you were the problem. No, they just wasn't good enough for you. So now they're around exactly who they need in their life. It worked out just the way it was supposed to. Them not being around you. Your ex-lover regret the day they mistreated you. Because they know what they going through is because how they did you. They know you not coming back. They know you're not going to deal with that foolishness no more. Because you see them for what they really are. They didn't think you was going to see them for what they really were. But you did. They see that you ain't playing no games when it comes to your future. And you ain't playing no games about the past. You saying the past should stay back in the past. And the past is definitely back in your past. Because you're clearly past the stuff the past had to offer you. The past offered you nothing. It offered you the worst. But your future is big and bright. This ex wanted to double back. Don't let the ex double back. Let them stay back where they were at. Leave them back where they had you messed up at. Because they clearly had you messed up in many areas. They had you messed up when it came to how they treated you. They had you messed up when it came to how you really were. They had you messed up when they thought that everybody else was better than you. Let them keep thinking that. Leave them back there miserable with the people they thought was so much better. They all suffering. They all ain't measure up to be nothing. Everybody that he chose, ain't nobody doing nothing. Everybody that she chose, they ain't doing nothing. They doing the same stuff they've been doing. You grew. You grew up. You grew past the foolishness. You grew for the better. They didn't grow for the better. They grew for the worst. But you grew for the better. What goes around, come around. What goes around, come around. You definitely dodged a major bullet. Because if you would have entertained that person, or if that person picked you, how would your life have been today? Would you be stuck with 5 or 6 children? Would you be fighting females? Would females be trying to fight you over this person? Would you be where you are today in life if you was to settle for that ex of yours? Or would you be in a better place? Are you in a better place now than what you were when you were back around that ex-crush or ex-lover of yours? If you are in a better place, and that was your sign that that person wasn't the best for you, and that person was not meant to go in your future. They just wasn't meant. This is why you dodged that bullet. I know it hurt when they ridiculed. I know it hurt when that ex talked about you in the wrong way to everybody, lied on your name, had everybody believing you were the crazy person that was chasing after them, had females want to fight you and jump you for whatever female this is for. This ex was crazy. They treated you like you were nothing, but now they turn out to be nothing. This was a street person. They street. They for the streets, should I say. This ex was for the streets. You, on the other hand, grew and flourished into a beautiful, blossomed rose. You grew into a blossomed rose. You better. You're radiant. For some of you, you grew into a butterfly. You better than what that ex had to offer you. You better than what that ex thought you were. Now they're in regret because they know they're not going to be able to get a person like you back. They got to stick back there with all them hoes that they chose. And them hoes got other people they're entertaining. They're not giving all their time to just that person. No, they entertain multiple people. And now this person is stuck, mentally challenged, because they can't figure out why they can't get the one, a good woman or a good man. Because when they had it in front of them, they didn't know how to treat it. They didn't know how to treat the people that were good. They treated the horrible people like they were great. So now that's what they're stuck with. That's what they're stuck with. You get to move forward in your faith. You get to move forward in hope, prosperity, and you ain't got to worry about anything no more because you're in a better place and your future is bright and you don't need no ex nothing coming back into your present, messing up your future. Leave that ex back there where they belong because they clearly did not deserve you. And that's the message I got for a royal one on today. Until next time. Bye-bye.